Apple recently released the iPad Pro 2024, which means it's time to once again ask whether the company's latest premium tablet can replace the best laptops. iPad Pro 2024, Design and Display. The iPad Pro 2024 comes in two sizes. There's an 11.0-inch model and a 13.0-inch version. The iPad Pro 1120-4 has dimensions of 249.7 x 177.5 x 5.3 millimeters and weighs 444 grams, while the iPad Pro 1320-4 is 281.6 x 215.5 x 5.1 millimeters and 579 grams. That makes both sizes slimmer than their predecessors, with the iPad Pro 1120-2 being 5.9 millimeters, while the iPad Pro 12.9 2022 is 6.4 millimeters. In fact, Apple claims the new 13-inch model is the thinnest Apple product ever. The display is more interesting than the design though, as no matter which size you choose, you'll get an OLED screen for the first time on an iPad. This offers better contrast and deeper blacks than the LCD or even mini LED of previous models, as well as delivering more detail in shadows and low light. But Apple has gone further than most OLED displays by combining two OLED panels to boost the brightness, allowing the iPad Pro 2024 to reach 1000 nits of green brightness and 1600 nits of peak HDR brightness. It's called Tandem OLED, and the overall display is called Ultra Retina XDR. iPad Pro 2024, Cameras and Battery. The iPad Pro 2024 has a 12MP f1.8 rear camera, along with LiDAR, and an adaptive True Tone flash, which improves document scanning by removing shadows from images. On the front, there's a 12MP f2.4 camera, but this time it's on one of the long edges, making it more useful for video calls than the iPad Pro 2.0-2E's front-facing camera. You'll also find Face ID on this long edge. As for the battery, Apple never reveals capacities, but has said that both models offer up to 10 hours of surfing the web on Wi-Fi or watching video before the battery will need charging. If you get a 5G version, then it should also be capable of up to 9 hours of surfing the web using a mobile data network. And of course, it charges via USB-C. Performance, nothing beats it. Apple gives the revamped iPad Pros an entirely new processor. Whereas the 2022 model shipped with Apple's M2 chip, the 2024 tablets skip over the 2.0-3 era. M3 in favor of the redesigned M4. There are two slightly different variants of the M4. The M4 is a powerful processor that easily surpasses the M3 and older Apple chips, as well as many other SoCs on the market. In terms of everyday use, the iPad Pro simply FLIs. It performs everything in a blink, including OS updates, app updates, media downloads, and much more. Simple apps like Safari, Gmail, and Slack are no chore at all for the iPad. Multitasking with Stage Manager poses no threat to performance either. Beyond my anecdotal experiences, I ran a number of benchmarks to quantify the performance. The iPad Pro achieved scores of 3,679 and 14,647 on the single and multi-core tests. For Geekbench 6, 8,597 total frames at 51.5 FPS for 3D Mark, 3,858 total frames at 60 FPS for GFX Bench Aztec Ruins High Tier, and 2,746,950 for Antutu. iPad Pro models with 256GB or 512GB of storage get an M4 with 9 CPU cores, 3 performance, 6 efficiency, 10 GPU cores, 16 NPU cores neural engine, 120GB per second of memory bandwidth, and 8GB of RAM. iPad Pros with 1TB or 2TB of storage gain a 10-core CPU for performance, 6 efficiency, and more RAM at 16GB. Other processor specs remain the same. The iPad Pro ships with ePatos 17.5. While you wait, you can be comfortable knowing that you have years of OS and security updates on deck to keep the M4 iPad Pro in step. Apps aren't a problem. ePatos has more customized apps for its screen size and power than any other tablet platform. You can find everything you need in the App Store, including hardcore productivity tools, advanced games, and more. Apple Pencil sets the standard for how drawing, painting, handwriting, and note-taking should feel intuitive, precise, and magical, all with pixel-perfect precision, low latency, tilt sensitivity, and support for palm rejection. Magic Keyboard innovation is key. Magic Keyboard delivers an amazing typing and trackpad experience in a sleek, portable new design with an aluminum palm rest. The keyboard includes a function row and a larger glass trackpad with haptic feedback for precise work and multi-touch gestures. For more informative videos, please subscribe Info of Tech.